So the topic that I want to touch on today is liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing videos, specifically on YouTube. And if you go online, if you go onto YouTube and you watch anyone who's got a channel, I'm not talking about just motovloggers, but I'm talking about anyone who's got a cooking channel, someone who's got a movie review channel, someone who's got a car mechanic channel, whatever it may be, you know, beyond those people who just have like a personal channel maybe where they upload videos of their family. But anyone who has a channel where they're trying to reach a broader audience, more often than not, I would say 99.9% of the time, you know, they are going to put in a plug for their own channel by starting it or ending it, or somewhere in the video putting in a plug and saying, hey, be sure to like and subscribe. What's up, man? Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to comment and share. You know, and that's standard. You know, that's standard. People do that all the time. I mean, that's a standard operating procedure, I guess you could say. 99.9% of the people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is going to sound like a diss video, and it's not, because there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the world does that. Oh, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're a motovlogger or not. It doesn't matter what kind of channel you have. I mean, that's standard. That happens all the time. Man, for me, for Super B, I mean, this is just my own personal hang up. This is my own issue I guess I got to deal with. But I have never, ever been that kind of a person. You know? I mean, and not just YouTube, but I'm talking about just things in life. Like, I'm not the kind of person to go up to somebody and say, hey, like me. You know, hey, I want you to give me some comments. And again, this is my own issue. I recognize that. Because if I think back to high school, if I think way back to the high school days, you know, every year when we would get a yearbook, every year when those yearbooks went out, people went around and they asked people, I mean, you know, other classmates of yours would come up and ask you, hey, would you sign my yearbook? They would go to other different people, hey, would you sign my yearbook? Hey, sign my yearbook. Hey, sign my yearbook. Again, that's standard. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. That happens all the time. But I never did that. I mean, because it felt awkward to me. It felt out of my comfort zone. You know, it felt weird to me to go up to somebody and say, hey, I want you to write something in my yearbook when I may or may not know you that well. Like, I feel like if someone wants to write something, they're going to come up to you and say, hey man, let me write in your yearbook. You're one of my friends, you're one of my homies, you're one of my people, you know, I want to leave you with something. You know, that's what I would do. You know, I would come up to people and say, hey man, let me write you something, you know? And, you know, it just felt weird to me the other way around, to flip it and to go up to people, hey, write in my yearbook, sign my yearbook. I was never that kind of person. And again, this is my own personal hang up, my own personal issue. I recognize that. But it is translated into my channel. Like, if you look at my channel, if you look at any of my videos, I don't ever put in there like, subscribe, comment, share, because it feels almost like I'm forcing somebody, you know, like I'm saying, hey man, I mean, you know, you better like this. You know, I don't know, maybe it's a little too harsh. I think maybe where some of this is coming from, I've seen some comments, and not on my channel, but I've seen some comments on other channels, on other videos where, you know, well, I should say, let me back up. Let me be real. I saw one comment from somebody who said, and again, this wasn't on my video, it was on another video, but the comment was, hey, I just found your channel, I subscribed to it, I would appreciate it if you would do the same. And I'm like, damn, like, that's kind of bold, you know, to like say, hey man, I subscribe to you, subscribe to me. Why don't you subscribe to, I mean, I almost feel like, you know, for me, I like to subscribe to channels that I like, that I find some entertainment value, that I find some informative value, that I connect with the person on the other side of the camera in some way. Those are the videos that I like to subscribe to. Now I totally get, man. I mean, the motovlogging phenomenon, and I'm sure it's just not motovlogging, I'm sure it goes with other types of videos as well. I mean, it's different. There's a community there. These are real live people, and so people want to connect with each other, you know. I mean, it's kind of a social network, so to speak, an online social network where you are connecting with other people. So I mean, I get that, but for me, man, it just seems, I don't know, like I would never ask somebody to subscribe to my channel, you know. And again, that's my own hang up. That's not nothing wrong with people who do that, but I wouldn't put that on a comment, and nor would I put that at the end of my video. And again, for me, that's just, it just feels out of my it feels awkward to me, and again, that's just me. Now, someone was telling me, it was like, well man, all you gotta do is just type it out. You don't even have to say it. Just put it in your closing. You don't have to say like, subscribe. You don't have to actually verbally say it. Just put it in your closing. And even that though, you see the issues that I have, man, even that is like too much for me. So I'm like, I don't do it. And consequently, I only got like 30 some subscribers, you know. I mean, there's only like a couple people who are like, man, I'll subscribe to this nastiness, this I'll subscribe to this crap here, you know. So maybe if I were to put it out there, I get more people who would just be like a mindless person, be like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe because he says subscribe. But I don't know. You know, the other thing is, think about my yearbook. I only had like a couple people sign my yearbook too. You know, I had my girlfriend sign it, and Ms. Green, my English teacher. No, I had a couple more than that. I didn't have just a, you know, 2 in there. I had like 3 or 4. No, I had a few more than that. So anyway, just my thoughts on liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, and again, no diss, man, no diss, because the world does it. The world does it, you know, and I don't look at it and say, God, I can't believe they're doing that. But again, for me, I just got my own issues I got to deal with. Anyway, with that, my people, 2015, keep your head up, ride with confidence 100%. Yeah, boy, this is Super B. Okay. Whew. All right. Man, damn, that was a long day. Just finished my shots for my opening for the 2015 season of SuperB.com.